I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Christmas has come this time of year. Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. I don't want a lot for Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la.
It's that for simply a wonderful Christmas time.
Live from the Bush Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
So we've yet to play a Christmas song on the Morning Rush since December started. That's partially my fault. So we figured, hey, let's throw as many as we can in our open this morning, get our Christmas spirit going. I was on Spotify the other day, and this Christmas classics playlist popped up. It's got like Nat King Cole, Bing Crosby, a lot of the good old artists. Who else is on there? Frank Sinatra, Brenda Lee, Dean Martin, and a lot of good songs.
Got to be on.
Yeah, I mean the Christmas spirit. So that is the playlist that I've been listening to nonstop lately, and a couple of those songs that you just heard this morning on the Talk of the Town Tuesday.
So it's partially your fault? Then who else's fault is it if we haven't played any Christmas music?
It's not mine. I've had an entire page of Morning Rush Christmas bumpers.
Yeah,
but he said it was partially his fault, as if there's others to blame.
Well, you could have said something.
Well, you don't do anything else I say, so why would you do that?
That's just simply not true. Yeah. We do have this. There's 19 of these Christmas bumpers.
Some of them are repeats. I didn't label them, though.
So
was that Alabama there? I think it was.
It was.
It just says Morning Rush bumper, and it's got 19 of them.
Christmas and Dixie right there. Yeah. Tell that the first three notes.
Have you got our gift yet for Friday?
Is that all you're worried about?
It's a
simple question. You don't have to deflect. I'm just asking a question. I'm making sure our staff gets taken care of it.
Oh, like you need to worry. Like you've never done anything to take care of anybody.
And compensated for our hard work, our blood, sweat, and tears that we put into ESPN Arkansas across the board. I'm just asking a question for our staff to make sure that it's going to be okay.
Have I ever let you down?
No, there's always a first time. That's why, again, but you always have a constant reminder.
When is our party?
It's Friday, right?
What is today?
Tuesday.
Okay. That's all you need to know.
Are we going to have eggnog? Like real eggnog, like adult eggnog at the party. That'd be fun.
I don't like eggnog. You can have all the eggnog you want.
I had some this weekend. My buddy, it's his family recipe. It wasn't bad. It's more like whipped creamish, though. It was less. It's a little thick.
Not for me. Y'all can have. I mean,
if it's there, I'll drink it. But I don't go out of my way and say,
I haven't
ordered
eggnog for the get together Friday. No,
I'm not coming.
You're not coming, or I'll put you on the list for the other guys.
The naughty list.
You join the other club. All right, that's where we begin. What is it? Talk of the Town Tuesday?
I thought you were being rhetorical.
No, well, this is fairly new. I'm still putting it, right in the old memory.
Hot Take Monday, Talk of the Town Tuesday, right. What's Your Beef Wednesday, Think Tank Thursday, Football Fast Break, Fastball Friday.
Any doubt who will be number one in the Pradco Pyramid of Power? We'll do that coming up in just a minute. Speaking of the holidays, everybody kind of does something a little different. My family's doing a Mexican fiesta again this year for Thanksgiving, the big Kraft family get together. And so everybody does something a little bit different. Barbecue. I heard the guys in the afternoon talk about brisket. Brisket's the perfect meat for Christmas. Cole Arts Barbecue. They were booked up, sold out for Thanksgiving. Couldn't take any more orders, and I know it will be the same for Christmas. But you don't have to just do turkey and ham. No, they do turkey and ham. But if you want a brisket, you want a beef tenderloin, you want a prime rib roast, you want a pork loin, you want racks of ribs, They do all kinds of different varieties of things for people for the Christmas holidays. Yes, they have cornbread stuffing available. Yes, they've got pecan pie, and they've got all the rolls and the cranberry sauce and all those things. But they've got people just seem to have a little more variety at Christmas. Call now, 452-2550. All of those things I mentioned and more are available now, but you need to order soon for the Christmas holiday. That's Art's Barbecue. They'll be busy again this year, so get your order in early so you don't get shut out, and just get a bag of coal. You just don't want a lump of coal. So call today, 452-2550. Art's Barbecue, 2 doors east of Lowe's in Fort Smith.
All right, so a few things I want to get into today. Bruce Stan's going to join us via the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, give his thoughts on the Pradco Pyramid Power, like you were saying. Georgia's up top. I'm curious where you guys slot the other 5 teams after that. Some quarterback things, some bowl controversy stuff, in addition to Notre Dame and what their AD had to say recently as well. But as for now, there's been a lot of reported hires from Matt Zenitz and Brandon Marcello and other guys talking about how Arkansas staff. And I just want to ask the question because Hunter said last week, you will, and I'm paraphrasing what he said, like you will see the dividends of the money that's been infused based on the hires and players, right?
I'm waiting.
Okay, yeah, and that's kind of how I feel.
This financial commitment will push us to the top half in key SEC items such as our assistant coaches pool, our strength and conditioning staff, our support staff pool, and our talent acquisition through revenue sharing and legitimate NIL.
We're putting dollars into players, coaches, and this team. Let's buy our way straight to the top. That's this 80s dream. He said we'll have legitimate NIL. Oh, save me, sweet Coach Silverfield, from this razorback hell. Hey, Coach, you're hired, but he's fired. It's a brand new creation. He's hired, and you're fired. Here comes another 7-figure donation. You want a spot in the playoffs? You gotta pay your way to the top. He's hired, you're fired. But seriously, Rich, we got the money, so let's shop.
It's time for the opening drive.
I don't think the Rich comment is something Hunter's ever going to be able to live down, even though it's pretty fun. All right, so the reported hires out there, and these I think have been reported by CBS Sports. Don't want to not give credit to someone. Kim Cramsey, the OC at Memphis, it's apparently going to come here. Ron Roberts, Florida, Auburn. Larry Smith, the wide receivers coach. David Johnson from Florida State. Chad Lunsford, which I think was yesterday from Auburn. I think Georgia Southern. 2 offensive line coaches, Marcus Johnson and Jeff Myers. Scott Gasper, who was the GM of Memphis, and then Nick Matthews, who was an offensive analyst at Memphis. Okay, that's the list, reportedly. It's not official. What did you say before we kind of got going into this?
I'm waiting to be overwhelmed, And
again,
I'm just whelmed. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm whelmed.
And we're in a situation where it's December the 9th, and the more important news is going to break January 2nd through the 16th when the transfer portal comes out. But based on those comments and based on the reported hires thus far, I don't think anyone is over the moon on this. Now, just because someone doesn't have a big name doesn't mean they aren't a good football coach. And I think it's unfair sometimes when you go into this and you're just like, oh, this guy, why did we get this guy? Where did we get that? And they could be a really good football coach. They're just not a big brand. You're going to need some big brands in the transfer portal cycle because this does not get fans fired up when it comes to that. He did a good job flipping kids, gave him credit for that. Didn't think he said anything crazy off the wall. He got KJ Jackson, got Quincy Rhodes. CJ Brown was there. I'm guessing he's coming back too. I mean, he took a picture. I have you seen on social about that, Colton? I haven't seen anything.
I've seen Jalen Brown announce he was coming back.
Okay.
That's one of the Browns.
Okay. But the coaching hires thus far, just kind of meh.
Yeah, you're not coming back. You're all in.
All in. My apologies.
You got to be all in. So I mean, right now, again, I'm not underwhelmed, not overwhelmed. I'm just whelmed at this point. So I'm waiting patiently to be blown away, as I was promised.
We're going to talk with Tom Murphy in about 50 minutes, see if there's any staff member that's going to be retained. I know Eric Mateos announced over the weekend, just put out basically a thank you for Arkansas and everything else. I'm curious whether it's Ben Souders or Morgan Turner or any of these guys that I haven't seen anything from, if they are going to end up
He's bringing their new
staying.
strength coach from Memphis, so it
Yeah,
won't be Souders.
I did see that, but I wonder if Souders is just going to still stay on staff of some capacity or sort.
Well, again, this I don't know if it's weight room. If it, I wouldn't say this team wasn't tough enough in some places. They obviously, but they were missing that one ingredient, that one extra oomph to get them over the top in so many more games. We'd have a different narrative. We'd have a different conversation this morning if maybe 2 or 3 of these games had turned out differently because you couldn't make those 2 or 3 or 4 plays consistently. So is that a weight room issue? Is that a depth issue? I think you could make a case for several different areas. So it's going to be about roster construction. We're going to hear when they get a new strength. I can just go ahead and tell you, new strength and conditioning coach going to come in and going to talk about how hard we're going to work, the gains they're going to make over the next 8 weeks. All these things we've heard over and over and over and over after they changed strength and conditioning coaches. So we'll hear how bad the previous strength and conditioning program was and how much better theirs is going to be. Then we're going to hear right before spring practice how they all look like chiseled Greek gods. But all of that is lip service until it produces, more wins. But I'm just brace yourself. That's what's coming as these press conferences will unfold over the next 30 to 45 days. That's the way it will be. So, all right, Pradco Pyramid of Power coming up. That's the opening drive this morning. And it's brought to you by our friends at Oaklawn. We're back to racing later this week as Oaklawn is back. And if you haven't downloaded the Oaklawn Anywhere app, be sure to do that in the Apple App Store and get ready for racing coming up this weekend at Oaklawn. You can find all the handicapping information and wagering information on other tracks. You can watch races live. You can do it all right there. Plus, there's points that you can earn with each wager that you can use at Oaklawn as well. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Another big weekend coming up, another big meet coming up here at Oaklawn. Holiday racing begins this weekend, and we'll have racing in the holiday meet all the way into January, and then we'll race all the way through May 3rd till the Kentucky Derby as well, as they'll have things going on at Oaklawn. So it's Oaklawn. Get the Oaklawn Anywhere app and get ready for racing this weekend at Oaklawn Park.
So is that kind of like the pre-BCS, BCS, 4-team, and 12-team playoff? How the old way they used to do it or the new way that we're going to do it is better? Is that kind of how you feel?
At Oaklawn? Or what I'm trying to draw your analogy.
With the strength and conditioning.
It's just...
It's the old way is the bad way, because that's how people feel about the different ways that has dictated and decided who's going to be the national champion of college football. It was what the pre-BCS was just basically a poll voted on who the championship was.
It was an average of poll.
I'm saying pre-BCS.
It was just polls. Yeah.
Yeah, polls, and then the BCS was a combination of 6 different polls, and
you had coaches poll, you had AP poll, the Harris poll, and then you had a bunch of computer models that were averaged out.
Then you had the 4-team, now the 12-team. We're going to see 16.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
You don't think they're going to make an even bigger jump? It's just going to go 12 to 16?
That's what I think.
All right. Bruce Dan, Pradco Fishing's with us via the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Bruce, we gave our thoughts yesterday on the college football playoff selection. You got JMU and Tulane a part of it. Your thoughts on the 12 teams that are vying for that championship here in the next few weeks?
Yeah. Somebody's always going to be upset, right? You have 12 or 16 or 4 or 8 or 32. That first team out's always going to feel like they got to lose a little bit. I don't like it. It's not the 12 best teams. JMU's in. I don't like the way that was written or how it is going down because Duke upset Virginia. You could make a case that Notre Dame could make a run to the championship game, but they're not going to be playing. So, it'll be fun watching JMU and Tulane. I don't know how well they'll do, but it's definitely not the 12 best teams.
No, and that's really what we were semi-promised, but they cut this deal, and I'm like you. I don't like the way it went down either. So, All right, let's get to it. Our Pradco Pyramid of Power, the best 6 teams as we see it in the Southeastern Conference.
LearNet.com, LearNet.com, LearNet.com. There you
Chrome
go.
blackback, Chrome blackback, Chrome blackback.
Who are the best football teams in the SEC? Let's find out.
Perhaps I could be of some assistance.
This is the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
Well, Georgia removed all doubt as to who was the best in the SEC as they took on Alabama. Bruce, they physically beat up and dominated the Crimson Tide. Pretty easy for me this week. I got Georgia at the top. They are the champ in the SEC. They're at the top of the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
Yeah, they looked the part, dominant, and really impacted Alabama in my poll, but I definitely got Georgia Bulldogs number 1.
You know, number 2's tough for me because you go with Alabama, who made the championship game but got dominated and is beat up a little bit right now. You go with A&M, who's a team that got beat by Texas but hadn't slipped on a lot of banana pills. Or do you go with Ole Miss, who's missing their coach and some of their coaching staff, but probably has a huge chip on their shoulder? I think it's really close with the next 3 teams. I'm going to give the nod to Ole Miss right now. I think they're going to play with some edge. I think it's really close, but I'm going to go Ole Miss, even without Lane Kiffin at number 2.
That's a good pick. I went with A&M just because they were 11-0. They did lose a rivalry game, but they had a great non-conference win over Notre Dame. I think they had a better non-conference schedule than Ole Miss, so I kind of gave A&M the nod, even though they did lose that last game.
I went with A&M at number 3 for a lot of the reasons you said as well. Didn't make the championship game, but lost to an in-state rival. A&M is in the playoff as the 7th seed, and I got A&M at number 3.
Yeah, one of the images of Ole Miss is just getting beat down in the fourth quarter against Georgia. Georgia did that to a lot of people this year. Figured out a way to win. But I got Ole Miss 3rd. Still felt like A&M kind of had a stronger schedule and better season than they did.
I got Alabama at number 4. I just think they're beat up and injured right now. I don't know that they get past OU. It's hard to beat a good team twice. Really harder to beat a great team twice. I don't know that Alabama fits into great right now with where they're at. Quarterback's making some questionable decisions, but I got Alabama at number 4.
Yeah, I went with OU at number 4.
That's
just because
fair.
they won the head-to-head. They won at Bryant-Denny, which is hard to do. And, even though their offense is pretty pedestrian, they've got an elite defense. And, as far as first-round games in the CFP, that's probably going to be the best game, most evenly matched game. And, I'm looking forward to watching that one.
Yeah. I got OU at 5, so I'm going to guess you have Alabama at 5?
I have Bama at 5, yeah.
And then I got Vanderbilt at number 6. Texas is still ranked, left out of the playoff. Vanderbilt ranked, left out of the playoff. You could make a case for them, and I think maybe their case is even stronger than Notre Dame's to some degree. But I think Vanderbilt, the kind of season they had, 10-2, I'm putting Vanderbilt at number 6 this week.
No, I agree with that. I'm glad Diego's going to New York City for the Heisman presentation. And I do feel like they kind of got a raw deal. They're going to Rely Quest Bowl, their best season in school history. Probably not a just reward for Vanderbilt going 10-2. That's harder than anywhere else to go 10-2. Really, they played 2 or 3 bad quarters of football, and they're going to miss the CFP. But outstanding season. It'll be interesting to see if they can sustain it.
So that's our Pradco Pyramid of Power. I've got Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama, A&M, OU, Vanderbilt, my 1 through 6. Bruce, we agree on 1 with Georgia. You've got them mixed up a little bit, 2, 3, 4, and 5, but we have the same teams. Both agree on Vanderbilt at 6. Ty, where are we right? Where are we wrong?
I like where you have Ole Miss. A&M, toughest game they played all season. They lost. I could see them losing here next Friday or Saturday, when that game is, but I would put Oklahoma above Alabama because of that head-to-head, and it was in Tuscaloosa as well. So I agree with you on the Ole Miss point, but I disagree with you on the Bama OU order.
All right, that's our Pradco Pyramid of Power as we move closer to the holidays, Bruce. Those stocking stuffers. Man, the way y'all have designed that packaging, whether it's a Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue or some Bobby Garland Baby Shad, perfect stocking stuffers, and they're all available at lurenet.com.
That's right. Most of our fishing lures are in packages that are less than 2 inches wide. So, man, you can hang them on the tree. You can put them on the mantle. You can put them in a stocking. I tell you, Tommy, if anybody's fishing the White River for brown trout, I get them a couple of Booyah Flashpoint Junior jerk baits. They're $14.99. I get the one in Copper Shad and the one in Elegy Bone. We had our biggest distributor, Pittman Creek, fishing last week. There were 8 of us, and every boat for 2 days just whipped them on the Booyah Flashpoint Junior. We caught a couple of 28-inch browns with Donald Craner, and it was a good time. So I'm looking forward to going back up with Bill Dance the day after Christmas, and we're going to do it again.
Well, you got Clay Henry's attention because the pictures you'd put on social media, he sent those to me in a text and said, we got to get with Bruce. We need some of these stick baits. I said, I bet I can get Santa Bruce to get some for us here for Christmas. So you got Clay's attention with those pictures of those browns. So,
well, that's saying something because Clay knows what he's doing.
Yeah. All right, Bruce, have safe travels, and we'll do it again next Tuesday, the Pradco Pyramid of Power.
All right, lurenet.com. Thanks.
There you go. Lurenet.com, Dick's Academy, Bass Pro Shops, Walmart, and your favorite tackle stores everywhere. And again, at lurenet.com.
He mentioned Diego Pavia being a part of the Heisman Trophy finalists along with Jeremiah Lugg, Julian Sand, and then Fernando Mendoza. I do want to talk about that a little bit. And on this day, nearly 20 years ago, you know what happened?
We probably hired somebody. I'm trying to think.
No, centered around the Heisman.
Oh, Darren McFadden probably
he got those. We'll get into that and more. Hog Updates coming up next with John Calipari.
Reading now on the ESPN radio app.
Playing 8 guys. Play. Take up flubs for Brazil, and he throws it down.
You're listening to the Morning Rush.
Come on, let's work together.
The Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. Itswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
But John Calipari in Kentucky. John Calipari in Arkansas, I should say.
This is the Morning Rush. Champion Cycling wants to help you find the joy in cycling that's been a part of their family for many years. Register today through December 21st at hitthatline.com for your chance to win a specialized road bike just in time for Christmas. Whether you're a child getting your first bike, an adult who hasn't been on a bike in years, or someone who's looking to podium at their next race, Champion Cycling wants to help you find the right bike. A great selection of bikes, cycling apparel, and accessories, and great service. 5500 Mazard Road in Fort Smith. Find your next ride with Champion Cycling.
Contractors, you know the right equipment makes all the difference. That's why you choose LG HVAC systems. Innovative, efficient, and built to perform. And at J&B Supply, we're more than just a supplier. Since 1968, our family-owned business has provided HVAC and plumbing pros with the products, expert service, and hands-on training to get the job done right. Check out the buzz around LG's new game-changing equipment today. For over 50 years, HVAC and plumbing pros have trusted J&B Supply in Fort Smith, Springdale, and Bentonville. J&B Supply, where the professionals go.
Have you had Cheer One yet? The cherry flavor soda has had people coming back since 1917. This is RD with Platinum Distributing. We help bring Cheerwine to the River Valley for you to try. Nothing goes with food like Cheerwine. Burgers, barbecue, pizza, you name it. Okay, now we're hungry and thirsty. Cheerwine is a one-of-a-kind soft drink with a unique cherry taste that has been delighting Southerners for more than a century. Pick up Cheerwine at your local Jam Mart, Harps, and other fine establishments. Cheerwine, uniquely Southern since 1917.
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith and the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
The Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Oh, did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did. Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call your shelter insurance agent, Ryan Hughes, in Fort Smith.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
We're having a good old-fashioned family Christmas at Rath Auto Resources. Now through the end of the year, get up to $6,400 off retail value on your next road-ready certified pre-owned sleigh. Inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Really nice. Save up to $6,400 off your next family truckster, and we'll all have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny Kaye. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. Hallelujah. Where's the Tylenol?
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody will pick through. This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Darius, as a passer, you remember when I was saying he could get 10 assists every game? He's got 18 in the last 2 games. He's capable of that.
Really good couple outings for Darius Acuff last week, and the SEC recognized that, was given the Freshman of the Week, averaged 17 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds, got his first ever double-double against Louisville, had a really good efficient game against Fresno State as well. Early on in his career, Tommy, still freshman, another big game on Saturday, and the biggest one to date against Houston, potentially coming up in New Jersey. But thus far, he's been really fun to watch as a young kid.
Yeah, stepped up the other night in the second half of that Louisville game, as you mentioned. And I like the fact that in that game he recognized his shot wasn't going that night. So he turned to assist. And what was it, 10 assists he had in that ball game? So, I mean, he recognized what was going on, became a distributor and a facilitator for his teammates. And, that's what great guards do. Not good guards, great guards do.
It's a long way out from February the 28th, but I'm really excited to watch him and Boogie go at it back and forth. Obviously, a former Razorback and left to go to Gainesville for the defending national champs. You bring in a young freshman. That's going to be a fun back and forth matchup this weekend. Colton, who's the
he could read Boogie read their handwriting on the wall. He knew.
Yeah,
he knew between Acuff and Wagner that he was going to be over there on that time.
I kind of thought the the Cal has these, like, in my opinion, these notions of, okay, this guy's going to be a one and done. This guy's going to maybe be longer than that. Sometimes that changes, but yeah, I didn't think Boogie would necessarily supersede what's it called, Darius Hickam of this. Christian Anderson's the kid I was thinking about. That'll be a fun game, fun matchup this weekend that Darius Hickham's going to have to deal with. And again, you've got that burst. Listening to Cal talk about this Texas Tech game, Carter mentioned it after the game on Saturday, and then Cal went into it as well.
I hate to tell everybody, when our season ends, I don't watch the last game that we play. Never. And I had to this year because we're going to play them again. And now I'm even more mad that we lost that game after watching it. How? Every time I stop the tape, how the heck did we lose this? And all of a sudden they make a couple plays and we don't, and you lose. But it's kids are doing great. They're really, they're doing some good stuff, and we got to have some great preparation this week.
11 o'clock, early start. Don't have many of those in college basketball.
Nope.
But this is, again, no football to look forward to. If you're an Arkansas fan, you kind of can turn your full attention to basketball now outside of the coaching hires that you see here and there. But that's what you have ahead for you this weekend is a ranked matchup, 16 versus 17 against the team that knocked you out last year.
Yeah. So we'll have it right here for you on the radio, the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell, so you can listen to the game there. If you're out doing your Christmas shopping, put the AirPods in, and you can listen to the game on the Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell. Needing some cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered. So take that with you Christmas shopping, Ty, this weekend, and keep up with the game at 11 a.m. right here on ESPN Arkansas.
All right, that is your Hog Update this morning. It's always brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
All right, so we were talking about Christmas songs earlier. Do you have a go-to?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Colton?
Chestnut.
That's a
good one, man.
That's a good one. There's a lot of good ones. I really like Silent Night. I don't really care who sings it. That Christmas light-up show, the candle light-up show on Christmas Eve services is one of my favorite things to do each and every year. Let's ask our buddy David Rath of Rath Mitsubishi. David, go-to Christmas song this time of year.
I think I'm with him. I think it's I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. But honestly, it's all of those. It's all of those all the old crooner ones. All the old Rat Pack ones. That's all that stuff that I really like.
Has Christmas music been playing in the Rath Mitsubishi showroom?
It has. Yeah,
Okay.
they're mixing that in just a little bit. If I have to hear Mariah Carey again, I'm going to take the rest of the day off. But yeah.
Oh, man. Well, Dominic was talking about Christmas gifts. I know you've got plenty of them in Springdale, and your dad's got plenty of them in Fort Smith. What can people look forward to when they stop by and see you?
Well, we got a lot going on right now, man. One of the coolest things they just added on the Mitsu side, they're doing 0% for 72 months on the Outlander hybrids. And I've been driving one of those for a little bit. I put about 500 miles on one just so I can kind of get a lot of other people's questions answered about them. I really like that car. Good power delivery, good efficiency, and they've got the strongest incentives on those they've had in a really long time. So that's the one that's kind of got my ears perked up. But we're trying like heck to buy a lot of cars right now, man, kind of on the other side of that. So, if you need a little bit of that Christmas money, dude, you leave with a check in your hand. If you got an extra car lying around or, if it's got a VIN, dude, we want to take a look at it. So bring those into either store, either Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith or Rath Mitsubishi here in Springdale. Real quick and easy process. We get a look at it. We give you a number you can, hopefully easy to say yes to. And, leave a little Christmas money in your pocket.
That's the right way to do it. Rath Auto Resources in Fort Smith, and David is at Rath Mitsubishi in Springdale. Well, David, go listen to some Christmas music outside of Mariah Carey and see if you can get some holiday cheer going around.
I appreciate you. You guys have a good one.
So are you out on Mariah Carey too?
No, she's good. Back in the
day.
Just the overplayed.
It is overexposed.
They beat that horse dead.
Yeah, no, that's true. Hey, Thursday morning, we're going to be on the road in Harrison. We'll be live from Daylight Donuts. Thursday's someone's birthday, too, by the way. So, hey, we'll be talking about the Hogs and the game on Saturday. All in part, thanks in part to Daylight Donuts and Explore Harrison for making it happen. But we'll be live this Thursday. Come by and say hello from 9 to 11. Get the best biscuits and gravy in Boone County. It's all at Daylight Donuts this Thursday. Your place for a sweet treat. The Morning Rush, 9 to 11 at Daylight Donuts in Harrison.
Morning Rush Daily Question when we come back here on Tuesday.
It's time to go. Tommy and Ty, they steal the show. ESPN, it's all feel the flow. Morning Rush, Morning Glow.
Arkansas's home for the best sports talk.
I just like to constantly moisturize my meat.
This is the Morning Rush.
Designed by Jason Christie, the Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait doesn't just bring the fight, it dominates. Choose from 3 blade options: Colorado for maximum thump, Willow for bright flash, and the one the pros won't talk about, the Oklahoma blade. Perfectly balanced for subtle vibration, multiple flash points, and unmatched versatility. The Oklahoma blade is your secret weapon for pressured waters. Precision engineering, tournament proven, and one mission: dominate. Booyah Finesse Covert Spinnerbait, here for one thing.
The Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanar.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
We're practicing earlier in the day. Why would that be, Chuck?
This is the Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
The Golf Nuts' new state-of-the-art putting room is officially open. Come roll the best putters on the market, like Scotty Cameron, Lab, Ping, Odyssey, and Bettinardi, and leave with a stroke that'll scare your playing partners. Visit the Golf Nut for a great selection of Christmas gifts for your favorite golfer, like rangefinders, clubs, golf balls, apparel, or a gift certificate to the new indoor hitting bay or shop. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hi, this is Sydney from Ben Guerin. 2026 annual passes are now available at Ben Guerin Golf Course. We offer a variety of plans to meet your budget needs. We have special pricing for juniors, seniors, and military. If you're looking for the best golf value in the River Valley, then look no further than Ben Guerin Golf Course. Book your 2026 tournament outings now. For more information, call the Pro Shop at 646-5301, go to benguerringolf.com, or follow us on Facebook. When you think golf, think Ben Guerin.
It's always good to be home for the holidays. So if you are currently looking for a different rental, or you're new to the area and looking for your first rental in the River Valley, Marshall's Management has you covered. Apartments, duplexes, and single-family homes are all part of Marshall's rental inventory. And currently, Marshall's is offering holiday specials with big discounts on first month's rent and signing gifts to help you enjoy the holidays in your new home. Check out availability at marshallsrentals.com and get your unit picked out before they're all gone.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Wade Gilkey or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Hey Razorback fans, Matt Jones here. We're all experiencing higher prices on just about everything, and that includes sunrooms, patio covers, and windows. If you've gotten an estimate on any of these projects and you were shocked by the price, then you need to call Sawyers. They've been making quality, affordable products for 35 years. They're local, they have 100% financing, and a beautiful showroom with all their products displayed. So give my buddy Buzz a call or check them out at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Kristen's Place in Lowell online at CarpathSocial.com.
I swear we're living in the craziest days of maybe sports ever, but certainly college football. Did you see this yesterday where 4 of the LSU coaches who had been at Ole Miss are returning to Ole Miss for at least the bowl prep and to get Ole Miss through this game with Tulane? Tight ends coach Joe Cox, wide receivers coach George McDonald, assistant quarterback coach Dwayne Stevens, and slot wide receiver coach Sawyer Jordan all came back from Baton Rouge to Ole Miss. LSU's Lane Kiffin allowing those coaches to return to help Pete Golding and the staff get ready for this Tulane game. Morning Rush Daily Question: Is this the right move for Ole Miss? Getting these coaches back? If you're a fan at Ole Miss, do you want them back, knowing that as soon as this is over, they're leaving and going back? Do you want them around your players to potentially recruit the best ones over to LSU? What are your thoughts on this? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question. Should Ole Miss have allowed these 4 guys back on their staff? Should they have welcomed them back for this college football playoff game?
Well, Weiss came back. Weiss Jr. Came back a week or so ago, whatever it was. And you said that just happened yesterday? Yep. I hadn't seen that. I mean, there's no guarantee that they'll be back here anytime soon with Lane Kiffin departing. So while he's not the head coach, if I'm Pete Golding, I still want to keep that staff as consistent as I can, especially on the offensive side, which they're going to need the most in these upcoming weeks. So, yeah, I don't have a major issue with it. I mean, you're going to beat Tulane next Friday or Saturday, whenever that game is, and then the real test begins when you play the Georgia Bulldogs.
So I think if I'm a fan, and again, what's best for the team and those players might be separate from the way a fan would approach it. But my radar would be going off. My antennas be up about those coaches are now, what are they talking about in those one-on-one moments? Particularly the players that, that might be thinking about the portal. Or at least maybe you're trying to introduce that idea to them. So I think it's interesting. And again, strange, weird times in college football, but I couldn't get really comfortable with this.
You have a lesser guy behind him in every position, right? There's a reason those guys were at their positions relative to who they would put in place. I don't think anyone is mistaking Arkansas promoting Hendricks and who's the other guy? Let's see, Hendricks, Hayes, and Wilson as better than their predecessors, right?
Right.
And while it's a little different situation, those guys were fired relative to those guys moving on. You still have a better chance to win with the guys that you had on staff. And it's better
I don't disagree with that.
It's better for the program if they stay put in Baton Rouge. It's better for next weekend and beyond that if they stay on as head coach. Because, again, Ole Miss has had an incredible amount of success under Lane Kiffin. But does anyone believe it's going to be similar or even close under Pete Golding? Because I don't. I thought Kiffin was the straw that stirs the drink. And I could be proven wrong. Maybe this Grove Collective and everything that Keith Carter has done there and maybe Golding's going to fit right in like a glove, and they have success moving forward. But if I'm Pete Golding, even if it could hurt me long term, I'm going for the jugular on this. And that means keeping these guys on staff before they leave back for Baton Rouge. I'm doing that.
You're playing a team you've already played once this year. I think it was 45-10.
Correct.
When Ole Miss played Tulane earlier this year. So, I guess they're going to also be fighting the narrative for Pete Golding from his standpoint that, hey, if you win this game 44-10, there's a problem, right? You're not as good as Lane Kiffin. So I think it's not only winning the game, but winning convincingly the way you did in the regular season. And I think there's going to be an inevitable comparison between those two games that may be unfair to Pete Golding, but that's exactly what he's also fighting in this opening round game against Tulane.
And I would argue
in a rematch.
And I would argue the game should be even more lopsided because the opposing coach has 1 foot out the door.
Yeah.
As soon as the game's over, he's going to Gainesville because they ain't winning next weekend. So as soon as the game's over, he's got on a plane. He's going to Gainesville, Florida, to be the head coach of the Florida Gators. So I would argue that this game should even be potentially more lopsided. It's not going to be. It's going to be closer. I think everyone knows that. But that's kind of my read on it. All right, that's your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. Number one place for indoor golf in all of Arkansas is at Cart Pass Social. You could be an avid golfer. You could just be someone that wants to plan a Christmas party, a birthday party, a special event. Click on cartpasssocial.com in the events tab. Christian and Nate will help you out with it. It's always BYOB. There's TVs everywhere, so you can watch college football, bowl season, the NFL, college basketball. They have it all for you at Cart Pass Social. 479-487-3622 or go to cartpasssocial.com. Staying on the subject of college football, you asked a question yesterday about Notre Dame's decision to bow out of any bowl participation. And their athletics director went on record about, hey, this is what happened between me and Marcus Freeman, their head coach, in deciding what should happen or not moving forward.
And they didn't want to go out there and play in a bowl without Jeremiah Loves and the Jadarian Prices. I mean, this is a unit that came together, overcame 2 tough losses by a total of 4 points, won 10 games in a row. And we just, after hearing the captains and put so much emphasis on how they felt, made the decision, you know what? Let's not play in a bowl game. These guys have exams coming up next week. And then, the best thing for them, our student athletes, we really felt, go home, spend the holidays and Christmas with your parents and friends, and let's turn the page and start to prepare for next year.
I don't think exams would have mattered if they were playing, in the college football playoff this next weekend. But they weren't the only team.
He just say the stakes aren't high enough. That's what he's saying.
Exactly.
And we don't want to go out there because we know our best players are going to opt out, and they should. So we don't want to have the potential to embarrass ourselves with a loss when you'll have any control, because Notre Dame doesn't have control over who they're playing in a bowl game. Or we don't think they do, at least, compared to the regular season where they can schedule service academies and weak ACC teams. Now, they did have Miami and A&M on the schedule, but we know how those games turned out. USC's their best win of the year. I just can't get on board that, for everyone that's crying the blues, that the Golden Domers got snubbed in this deal. Are they better than JMU or Tulane? Probably.
Yes.
Probably. But, show me the proof. Show me the proof in their resume. Because they don't have a lot of resume proof at this point.
I saw that Iowa State and Kansas State also opted out. Each got fined $500,000. Now, they're in a situation where you have a coaching change from Kleiman to Colin Klein, Matt Campbell to the Washington State guy, whose name I'm forgetting at the moment. I almost think that's even more understandable to me than just making a lesser bowl. But to each his own.
I'll be interested to see what ESPN does about this. Because the little secret is ESPN has all the TV rights to most of these non-playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
They own several of these. They fall under the umbrella of ESPN events. We're at 40 bowl games now, counting the playoff games, counting bowl games, all of it. And we all say, well, these are meaningless games. Nobody cares. But then you look at the ratings on December 28th or 9th, 30th, and you're like, 3.5 million people watch that game?
Yeah, it's still
wow.
Live. Live sports programming still trumps
that
virtually everything nowadays.
So, I don't know where this will fall. We can all say they don't matter, and, man, the good players aren't playing, nobody's going to watch. Well, at least last year, that's not what the data says.
I think about this Saturday, for example. You've got a top 20 college basketball matchup, a rematch of the 2025 Sweet 16 game in San Francisco between the Red Raiders and the Razorbacks. And it's going to lose against virtually every college bowl game it's going to go up against rating-wise. I mean, I wouldn't expect this to be again, it's a great college basketball game ahead. There's a lot of storylines. You're in Dallas, but it's just not college football. That's just, and so kind of like you said, it's
you got to sell these games as a glimpse. It's a crystal ball type game. It's a glimpse into the future. Here's what our team's going to look like when we take the field in spring practice, and here's a glimpse perhaps of what we might possibly look like, since the portal hadn't been involved yet, how we could possibly look at certain positions, going into fall camp as well. But I'm not sure how much that even stands on its own when the portal's going to come following these bowl games in large part.
Back to the Texas Tech game, Logan in Carolina, South Carolina, his boss is a Texas Tech alum. I don't know if it's Cody Campbell or who it is, but he is wondering if he should make a wager on this game this weekend for his professional.
We don't have a line yet. Let's look at it.
I think Arkansas will be favored. Probably get that Friday.
Yeah.
He also thinks.
If you're going straight up, take the Hogs. I think the Hogs win the game. I don't know what the spread will be, but yeah, Logan, I think. And thanks for your text on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. I like Arkansas to win this game and maybe by double digits.
I like Arkansas to win this game by double digits, but I don't know if I'm going to go as far as what John Rothstein had to say about the Razorbacks.
And for the Kentucky fan out there right now, I wonder what it's like to look up and evaluate the SEC and look at objectively who the two best teams are. Nate Oates at Alabama, that doesn't obviously, twist the knife really. But John Calipari in Arkansas, I should say, are clearly one of the top two teams in the SEC.
I get the Alabama stance. I just don't know if I'm ready to say that about Arkansas yet, because I feel like you still don't have a bona fide five in center. And I know Malik Ewan has played good at times. Nick's in there for defense, not necessarily his offense. But I think they're going to get taken advantage of at points. And listen, you've had two close losses, one to Michigan State on the road in East Lansing, one possession game. And then the Duke game was a one possession game until you just decided to not play the final minute and a half of that game. But I don't know if I'm willing to say that a top two team in the SEC. I want to, but I'm not willing to go there yet, like John Rothstein is.
Okay. Well, I think it's early. Arkansas's got 4 games left before they start conference play. So this idea that, hey, they still got a lot of time to figure it out or figure out rotations or who should play more minutes, who should play less. You're down to 4 games before Tennessee's on your schedule 5 games from now. Hey, it's Taco Tuesday. Joe's Grill and Cantina, $1 tacos all day today for lunch and dinner. Starts at 10:45 this morning. They're making fresh, crispy chips this morning. Also that house-made salsa that's got the fresh vegetables, including carrots in it. It's a wonderful flavor. You can try those out today at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Plus, Joe's gift cards make a perfect holiday gift. So be sure and stop in at Joe's Grill and Cantina. $1 tacos today, all day. Crunchy chicken and beef tacos, $1 each at Joe's Grill and Cantina, South 74th Street, across from Harps in Fort Smith.
Gonna chat with our guy Tom Murphy, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. On the other side, hour 2 is next.
Listen up, crappie anglers. When it comes to crappie fishing, there's only one baby shad. The original baby shad, crappie fishing's #1 selling bait. Featuring a sleek back, streamlined belly, and quivering tail, that bait just won't stop moving, no matter the temps, no matter the conditions. Built for dead sticking and action-based techniques also, the original baby shad gets right to the point, catching slabs and filling freezers. Bobby Garland Crappie Baits, the leader in crappie fishing innovation.
Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Few things in life are more important than showing up. Whether you show up for your family, friends, or teammates, it doesn't hurt to bring a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together, we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council, courtesy of Beef. Itswhatsfordinner.com. Tom Murphy is brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
This is the Morning Rush.
Right now, someone in a Hardee's kitchen is about to warm up your holiday with the new grilled cheese bacon burger. Charbroiled 100% Angus beef, bacon, and Swiss and American cheese melting on our soft, buttery sourdough. And our new grilled cheese breakfast sandwich with sausage or bacon and a fried egg. For your inner child and your grown-up cravings, the new grilled cheese bacon burger and breakfast sandwich. For a limited time, only at Hardee's. Cinnamon Raisin Biscuits are back, and wrap them while you can. Only for a limited time at participating restaurants.
We're having a good old-fashioned family Christmas at Rath Auto Resources. Now through the end of the year, get up to $6,400 off retail value on your next road-ready certified pre-owned sleigh. Inspected, reconditioned, and backed by a comprehensive warranty. Really nice. Save up to $6,400 off your next family truckster, and we'll all have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny Kaye. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com. Hallelujah. Where's the Tylenol?
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Bush Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
I want to ride my bicycle.
Looking for a new ride or need a tune-up? Champion Cycling in Fort Smith has you covered. From top-of-the-line bikes like Specialized and Surly to expert repairs, apparel, and accessories, we've got everything you need to hit the trails. Stop by 5500 Mazard Road during business hours or shop anytime online at championcycling.com. Champion Cycling, helping you share in the joy of cycling.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service, semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all: DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon in the middle to upper 50s. Later on tonight, clear to partly cloudy sky and overnight low in the low to mid 40s. Wednesday, back to sunshine. Our highs in the middle to upper 50s. Looks like Thursday we'll see sunny skies with a high near 60. I'm Sally Russell with the forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Forest Grain Incorporated, committed to setting the standard of excellence since 1936. You're listening to ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'd like to take an opportunity. Woo! Go blow the whistle.
Of a white Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Christmas has come this time each year. Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. I don't want a lot for Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la.
It's that we're simply a wonderful Christmas time.
Live from the Bush Light Studios. Produced by Colton Little with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
Be nice to have a good football team. 2026 early Christmas present. See if it actually happens. You got a good basketball team playing Texas Tech this Saturday of 11 o'clock on ESPN2 in the American Airlines Center. We'll have pregame with Chuck and Z beginning at 10:30. Not a lot of games before conference play, as you were talking about, Tom. And we'll have Tom Murphy join us in just a bit, but you're kind of getting down to it when it comes to trying to figure things out and what this will look like here in the next few weeks, January 3rd.
Yep, and whether it's rotations, playing time, minutes, whether Sealy should play more minutes, whether Malik Ewan should play more than Pringle, whether one should start over the other, all those and that doesn't mean that you have to have a final answer when you play Tennessee, but you're not months away. You're not, you don't have a lot more time to figure it out before SEC play begins. And that means college basketball is here. College football playoffs are here now. The NFL is down to the end as well and getting into their playoffs. And that means you need the Oaklawn Sports app. There's no better time to download it for the first time in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. New customers with Oaklawn can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. And once you deposit, you're automatically enrolled in the promotion. You get a second chance on your first bet each of your first 10 days for up to $100 in bonus bets per day. Plus, there's a 10% profit boost for new and existing customers on three-leg parlays that qualify. You can find futures, outright winners, spreads, totals, player props, and more. And funding and withdrawing has never been easier. So download it today and get started. The Oaklawn Sports app, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
So on the subject of basketball, high school ranks wise, soon to be Razorback. Saw this Kyle Sutherland of Hogbeat. J.J. Andrews recovering from a concussion and also a wrist fracture. His dad.
Yeah, I saw that play. Did you?
I haven't seen the play. Look,
I've seen the video. I've seen the clip of the. I'll show it to you here in a minute.
Pretty bad.
I mean, he went in and it's just a hard foul.
It was scary.
At the basket going in, and he got taken to the floor. So yeah, it was a kind of an unnerving moment that they had to take him off the floor. So concussions are, you think about it just football only, but it's not. And I've seen it a couple of times already this year that guys go into concussion protocol for hitting their head on the floor or different things that have happened in basketball. And then you had the scary moment at Connors State where a player passed away after an injury, after an elbow that was, just kind of a routine basketball play to the head. So, yeah, I mean, basketball is, people say it's not a contact sport, but it absolutely can be.
Well, real quick before we get to Tom, I know there's guys that are coming in the spring for football. Does that just not exist in basketball anymore?
Early enrollee?
Yeah, because Joe Johnson, I know, did it. And I was thinking about that in terms of.
What do you mean Joe Johnson did it?
Didn't I saw Joe come in for a semester, or am I making that up?
Well, he had to sit a semester
flipping.
for, I think he lost a semester of his first year.
Okay.
He only played 3 semesters. I think he lost one for
some reason, I had
test or grades. I don't remember all the details.
I had in my head that he came in early or whatever, but I guess that just, is it non-existent?
Just the calendar doesn't
allow it. Okay.
I mean, they come in at the end of their high school year and get on campus late May, early June or whatever and do the summer workouts. But
you have guys think about football. You have guys that just.
I don't think anyone's joining the team, from high school. I mean, they're still in high school in January.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, there's guys that in football, you pass up the end of your senior year to go to.
Right. The calendar works for that sport. It just that calendar doesn't work for
basketball.
Okay.
Just thinking about that. All right, let's talk to our friend Tom Murphy here on the Morning Rush.
We got something called beef. B-E-E-F.
This hour of the Morning Rush is presented by the Arkansas Beef Council. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Tom.
Guy writes for Whole Hog Sports to the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Tom, we've seen a lot of reported hires lately for Arkansas and Ryan Silverfield and his staff. I know they're not 100% official yet, but Tommy and I were talking about it kind of based on Hunter Yurchek's comments, not necessarily the wow factor that maybe I was expecting. Based on your research on these reported hires, what have you thought of the staff that Ryan Silverfield has reportedly compiled thus far?
Well, good morning, guys. Always a pleasure. First of all, it looks like all those are pretty much on the money. Not a ton of SEC experience, but some big-time college nonetheless. David Johnson, running backs coach, who'd been at Florida State. And then Ron Roberts. And I know some of the results for Ron Roberts are middling, but he's done some really interesting work. And so, it's about adapting in game. It's about having strategies that fit your players and all that. And so I do think there's something to SEC experience. And, there's a few hires yet to go, especially on defense. So, we'll have to see how it all pans out. But, if you can get team unity, if you can get coaches that believe in their players and vice versa, and they can execute the way you run things, you can have good results. I mean, we've seen that from programs that you didn't think a whole lot of, Vanderbilt and so on, Indiana, going into this season.
Tommy, we've seen some players already talk about being all in. Do you know if there's any staff that's being retained currently?
Right now, it looks like Morgan Turner has the best chance. And again, nothing's official with these, but I think he would have a chance. He's got a good track record as a tight ends coach. Kind of been under the radar here a little bit, but obviously from the Turner coaching tree and has good connections in the industry. But he's the one who I think has the best chance. And I don't know if there's any association between Roberts and any of the guys who were on the staff, the interim coaches. I mean, and Nick Perry was just in his first year. He was at the Ryan Silverfield introductory presser the other day, or not the presser, but the kind of the pep rally at Walker. So, but I haven't heard any indications of any other retention on defense.
Yeah, and not much to retain on defense, but when you look at that, and then the hire of 2 offensive line coaches made me wonder, would those 2 coaches together work the tight ends and the O-line kind of in one unit? But that's what got my mind to thinking there wouldn't be a tight ends coach hire if you're going to have 2 O-line coaches. But I may be wrong about that as well. It'd be interesting to see if you had 3 guys coaching, between the bookends.
It would be, and but I'll say this: none of the title. I mean, you would assume Cramsey, offensive coordinator, Roberts, defensive coordinator, and Lunsford, special teams, but you haven't seen any specific designations. I mean, you would think that Larry Smith, receivers coach, is what he was doing at Vanderbilt, and then Johnson, running backs coach. But you never know how responsibilities can be delegated. I mean, Ryan Silverfield, most of his time at O-line, but he's had some defensive experience too. So we'll just see how it all shakes out. And it would be a little bit interesting to have three guys who are basically working with O-line / tight ends.
Yeah.
But it's happened before.
Yeah. It caught my attention because that would be pretty unusual when you think about it. You got a limit to the staff as well on how many full-time assistants you can have. So, we've gotten through the hire process. Everybody's kind of caught their breath a little bit. Bowls have been announced. High school signing classes behind. I guess now the most important thing is figuring out which players on this roster that have eligibility left you want back in the portal. I know he's had a lot of one-on-one meetings with players. I guess figuring out who you retain and what holes you need to really be zeroed in on in the portal is job one right now for Ryan Silverfield.
Absolutely. I mean, I talked to him very briefly after our presser the other day, just about how things were going and how much sleep he's really getting. And it wasn't a whole lot at that point, maybe a few hours a night, I think he mentioned that there were some nights he didn't go to sleep. And you could see it a little bit in his eyes and his demeanor, because you've got so much on your plate to do in such a short period of time. But it's very crucial for them right now to evaluate the tape and see which guys are giving the kind of effort, which guys have, the characteristics you want to keep. And obviously there's a big handful of guys, you want to hold on to them. I mean, some of those offensive linemen for sure, various other positions on the team, like a Bradley Shaw, Wyatt Simmons, and you could go on at a few other positions. And then how much is it going to cost to keep them? There are so many factors that have to be weighed, and how much your roster is going to cost, how much those guys are expecting or wanting. And it's just a mind-blowing experience to think about how much you have to weigh in so short of a time, because the transfer portal will, be here less than a month now, and you got to be ready to act. I mean, you've got to have feelers out there on what positions you're going to need and who are the best players available at that position, and how much money you're going to have with your revenue sharing and what have you to acquire them.
Speaking of money, Hunter Yurchek said we would all be, I think his words were blown away when the staff was announced and assembled, and it's not fully put together yet, but reallocating funds within the department to allow more for the staff pool and for other resources on that staff. Do you think we're seeing that so far? Is there more fireworks to come? Because, Tom, I got to be honest at this point, I mean, no hires that I would say would fall in the category of overwhelming.
Right. That's a great point. And I would think that from what they've announced so far, kind of the standard pay that Arkansas has been used to. I mean, would you pay Cramsey more than you did Bobby Petrino, who I think, right, exactly. So I maybe Hunter's just saying that they're going to be able, the salary pool is there to be able to attract bigger names. I mean, if we're being honest here, there's some savings at the head coach position based on the SEC norms. And so it would make sense that you had a little bit more on your salary pool. And I think more expansively, it's the auxiliary positions in the department, scouting department, and all that kind of stuff, where they were behind in the SEC that perhaps they could be giving more money to. So we'll see how this all shakes out. We haven't heard about salaries yet for any of these positions. And then obviously we'll make a comparison. We'll add it all up and compare what the pool, was versus last year's assistant salary pools and make our conclusions from there.
Tom, where does Bobby Petrino wind up?
I don't know. And it's interesting now that KJ Jackson has made a commitment to be here, because you would think, well, Petrino didn't necessarily recruit him here. Dan Enos did, but he certainly retained him here, and you could kind of tell that KJ was Petrino's type of player, heady, studies the film, and it gives all the responses you want from a quarterback. And so I think there are good days ahead for KJ Jackson, but I don't know. I mean, he could be a head coach again on the Missouri State type of level because he's such a brilliant offensive mind. It was interesting that they didn't win any more games with him at the controls. And in fact, in some of the games, they didn't look like a disciplined team. I mean, the last two home games against Mississippi State and Missouri, they were heavily penalized, and a lot of it flowed from him getting a sideline personal foul, or unsportsmanlike conduct after the incident in the Mississippi State game. So I am fond of Bobby Petrino's prowess as an offensive coordinator and how he's adapted since his time here. And so there will be a market for Bobby Petrino. I just don't know where.
These bowl games, Tom, we saw Notre Dame opt out, Iowa State, Kansas State, transition in the coaching staffs. You've covered this sport quite some time. What is the direction bowl games, in your opinion, should go with another expansion incoming for the college football playoff?
Well, as we've talked about to great extent on this show, the changes in college football from just 5 years ago till now are mind-blowing. But I think we're still there are tweaks to the playoff system that are probably coming. Will there be committee in use? Will they more rely on computer rankings? What I think is great about it is it's great for the discussions, because it used to be only two teams got in, and there was a great discussion. Who was number 3? Why did number 3 get snubbed? And then they expanded to 4, and so 5 got snubbed. Was it TCU or Baylor one year? I think TCU got bumped out by Ohio State maybe in 14, and Ohio State went on to win it all. So there's always going to be great dialogue, and it just so happened this year it was blue blood programs, Miami, Notre Dame, Alabama, that were in that discussion. I think in a way it's healthy for college football because it brings so much talk to the game, and we all love to talk about it. It's just weird that Notre Dame was the one, and I'm sure you guys saw plenty of memes and jibes at Notre Dame, and should they join a conference, and were they being penalized, and what influence did ESPN have on this? But my favorite meme of all those was I thought Catholics didn't pull out, and so I thought there was great humor in that.
I'm when anyone that says ESPN was behind, ESPN would love to have a Notre Dame game on their air. They're great for ratings. I just think it boils down to their best win was USC. They didn't have the quality of schedule of some of those you were comparing to, but you're also at the same time not going to convince me that James Madison and Tulane belong amongst the 12 best teams in the country. So there's work to do, but you talk about the snubs. We can go to 16, but there's going to be someone at 17 raising hell when they don't get in as well. So I don't know where if that's the criteria, we're never going to satisfy this thing.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. You could make arguments that Notre Dame could get in there. I think the committee was in an impossible position, and Hunter Yurchek being the spokesman for it, obviously took a lot of flack, but they were in a no-win position because whoever you leave out, if you make the argument that Alabama wasn't playing great at the end of the year and got blown out, then, yeah, I can see that. But also, you're punishing them for qualifying for a conference championship game, that A&M was in great position to win. And so there wasn't a right answer. And I'll make this case for Notre Dame, too. Their loss against Texas A&M was on an egregious holding penalty that wasn't called. That if you call that, then they're facing 4th and goal from the 21-yard line. So the odds of them winning go down even further. Yeah. But then again, we're chopping it up. We're having a great time. There's great interest because it's college football. And right now the rules say that teams like James Madison and Tulane have a shot to get in there, and they did. So I'm not mad at them.
All right, Tom Murphy from the Top Rope this morning, brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council. Tom, have a great day, and we'll talk again on Thursday.
Absolutely. Same to you guys.
All right, Tom Murphy with us here on the Morning Rush. You know, a few things in life are more important than showing up, and whether you're showing up for your family, friends, teammates, or that holiday party, it doesn't hurt to bring along a plate of their favorite beef dish. Together we bring more. Find your next crowd pleaser at beefitswhatsfordinner.com. Brought to you by the Arkansas Beef Council and courtesy of beefitswhatsfordinner.com.
Didn't see that coming from Tom this morning. You ready? You've had
Talk
a
of the
little
town. Let's
talk
do
of the town. We'll see if we can get back on track.
Hang on, let me get my seatbelt on here.
I love this town. I love the winter. And the word around town says, I love this place. It's a very small town.
Wonder what's really going on in your neck of the woods? It's time for Talk of the Town Tuesday on the Morning Rush. Here's Colton Little with today's top stories.
You want me to take a dive this morning?
That's what I've been doing the last few weeks.
All right, gentlemen.
Trying to keep it interesting.
I think I speak for everybody here when occasionally we've all wanted to tell this to Ty. Ty, go take a hike. Yeah, a real one. No, you actually can now. In Arkansas's newest state park, in 56, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders announced Monday that the natural state is designating the newest state park, signed an agreement with the U.S. Forest Service that begins the process of making Blanchard Springs Cavern Complex the newest state park in Arkansas. With this addition, Arkansas now maintains exactly how many state parks. We go to our recurring winner here on the Morning Rush, Ty Richardson. Ty, here are your options. Now, fellas, just so you know, you guys can pick the same answer if you feel convicted to.
Oh, can you?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. I mean, I'm giving you now
No one told me the rules.
I've given you now 4 choices. I have given you the rules. Okay, here we go, Ty. With this addition, Blanchard Springs Caverns State Park, Arkansas now maintains exactly how many state parks? Is it A, 101, B, 58, C, 53, or D, 72?
There's 250, so I'm going to go 58B.
58. Tommy, what say you? Is
58.
it A? So, Tommy, you say 58 as well? Mm-hmm. All right, fellas.
Is that right or wrong?
My seatbelt. Well,
wrong.
53.
You're both
then.
wrong. It's 53.
53.
It's 53. That is the 53rd state park
All right.
now in Arkansas. Blanchard Springs.
I had 56 in my
Arkansas.
head, and that wasn't an option.
That's
so.
right. It was intentional. It was intentional.
Yeah.
56 is where it is located.
Right,
Fellas,
right.
fellas, have you ever been to Murfreesboro? You ever
Yes,
dug for diamonds?
done that one time. And I've been to
Dug for
Blanchard
diamonds.
Springs, too.
Okay. Well, an Illinois man found 4 diamonds in Arkansas, in the Arkansas State Park, and then he
wow.
found 2 more once he got home. But the guy's from Illinois, so we kind of got to tax him on that. But they said he visited this famous Arkansas gem location between November 3rd and the 10th, and when he got home, he was excited that he found 4 diamonds. He was kind of rifling through it a little more and realized that he actually found 2 more. And while none of these were record-breaking, I would like to know, fellas, what is the biggest diamond ever found at the Crater of Diamonds State Park in terms of carats? Tommy, we go to you. Is it A, 40.23 carats, B, 58.7, C, 72.21, or D, 67.9?
67.29.
Okay. Ty, what say you? Is it A, 40.23, B, 58.7, C, 72.21, or D, 67.9?
I'm going to say C, the largest one, the 70.
Okay.
Mm.
Very
Man.
poor start for you
0
guys
for
this
2.
morning. The Uncle Sam diamond, a 40.23 carat white crystal, was discovered in 1924, and they chopped it up and made it into, smaller
How
size
big
ones.
was it?
40.23 carats. It's a whopper.
That's wild.
It's an absolute whopper. All right, fellas, we go down to the final question here, and there is
May not
there's
be any
nobody
winners
that has
today.
gotten anything right. So we go to
Sudden death.
sudden death. All right. Stay locked in here.
Get locked in.
Get locked. Do you guys have a favorite bug? A favorite bug? Any entomologists out here?
The weather bug on my phone?
Okay, well, this bug is very important. An Arkansas study finds that butterflies, they may see the world a little bit differently depending on the season. It's really a beautiful study. What they found out was, for the past few weeks, they've been dealing with a gradual shift now from a warm summer to cooler fall and winter conditions here in Arkansas. And actually what that does is it can change the patterns and the colors of some of the common buckeye butterflies.
I thought
found
we had
in
global
northwest
warming,
Arkansas.
though. I thought
Well,
that-
I'm not
I thought the oceans were rising.
Though there are different types of science going
Oh.
on, but these ones here about the butterflies, what they found was that compared to the light butterflies born in the summer, the darker fall butterflies were more likely to spend their time basking in the sun. Now, I don't understand what any of this means in terms of whether or not the butterflies are going to take over or whatnot, but I do want to know, fellas, approximately how many butterfly species can be found in the state of Arkansas?
Total guess coming up.
Is it D, 135, C, 351, B, 92, or A, 212? We go to Ty Richardson.
I'll go A.
212? Or do you say 135? Because I mixed them up on accident.
The 212 number.
212?
I'll go 135.
So Tommy says 135. Ty says 112. Ty?
Oh, no.
Tommy! Yes! Congratulations! And now our new reigning winner of the Morning Rush. Tommy, it is time to announce
Hear ye, hear ye.
your new rule in effect until 11 a.m. today.
So when Ty when Ty makes his next point or opens his mouth the rest of the way, I think it needs to start with Colton, Tommy, Merry Christmas. So we'll just
Sweet. I like that.
Colton, Tommy, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And then you
that's
can
good.
roll into your point.
That's good. I like that. Spread a little positivity,
Yeah.
a little holiday joy, a little cheer. We've not talked about Christmas enough, so this is good. This will get you in the mood, Ty.
Colton, Tommy, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Are we going to have to deal with this for the remainder of our lives?
Here's the question. Someone texted us on the Lewis Autumn. Can you hear the F-35s in the background of our broadcast? Or are these microphones, which are, highly sensitive? Are they picking up that background noise? Because we're a few miles from the end of the runway, but these F-35s have just been buzzing the tower for the last 10 minutes. Can you guys hear them out there? We can hear them in here. I don't know if they can hear them in their cars or not. But yes, you're going to have to deal with it. It's the sound of freedom, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
That is the sound of freedom, these F-35s. That answers your question.
All right.
All right, that is the Morning Rush, not daily question. That is, I guess, our talk of the town. It is brought to you by APAC and Standard Materials Group, your number one source for top quality aggregates, asphalt, and ready-mix concrete. Whether you're working on a small residential project or a large-scale commercial job, APAC has you covered, and no job's too big or too small. Need expert advice or construction consultant services? Ensure you're always on the right track. 479-587-3300 for all your rock, asphalt, and ready-mix needs. It's APAC and Standard Materials Group, 479-587-3300.
Colton and Tommy, Merry Christmas. Scott the Tortilla guy texting in saying he hears nothing. So maybe it's just us.
And then Greg says, yes, the F-35s are awake. So I don't know which it is.
Countering
Springdale Mafia here on our YouTube stream said that he can't hear them on there. So I think he might be in the clear, fellas.
Okay.
All right. It's just us.
Good.
I'm going to act like nothing's happening.
SEC update when we come back. You got one SEC representative that's been named a Heisman Trophy finalist. We'll tell you who, and it's also the anniversary of a terrible day when it comes to the Heisman Trophy presentation. Stay with us. Talk of the Town Tuesday rolls on next.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
Stolen away by Thomas. Malik with the steal and the one-handed windmill slam to make it 82-51.
This is the Morning Rush.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off, or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
At Hardee's, every Tuesday is now Tender Bender Tuesday. Right now, download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards. Buy 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, get 3 free. It's Tender Bender BOGO every Tuesday now through June 2026. This Tuesday, get 3 tenders, free. Next Tuesday, get them free. The Tuesday after that, you guessed it, free. Buy 3 tenders, get 3 free. Another great benefit for My Rewards members. Only at Hardee's. Registration and app required. Available for limited time at participating restaurants. See app for terms.
Basketballs bounce, cheerleaders cheer, and fans are flocking to the paint store in Van Buren. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their color matching. The paint store in Van Buren is known for their help with color selection. The paint store in Van Buren shares their expert advice from 35 years of experience. If you haven't been to the paint store in Van Buren, you are missing out. How about you give them a shout next time you need some real-life help you can't get on YouTube?
When a business has been around more than 65 years, you know they're doing something right. Hey, Ty Richardson for Johnny's Transmission. They've been trusted in Fort Smith in the River Valley since 1959. Located at 1212 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith, they strive to make every customer's experience outstanding and want your vehicle to be in the best condition for the road ahead. Check out their website, johnnystransmissionfs.com, and find them on Facebook. Johnny's Transmission, family owned and operated since 1959.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Want pavement protection that goes the distance? Seal-Tite of Oklahoma now offers Rhino-Tite Premium Asphalt Emulsified Sealant, the next level in driveway and parking lot care. Healthier for the environment, Rhino-Tite delivers superior defense against weather, UV rays, and wear and tear. With its high solids content, you'll get a smoother, stronger, longer-lasting driving surface. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or a contractor buying in bulk, Seal-Tite has the products and support you need. Visit SealTiteOklahoma.com today and protect your pavement with Rhino-Tite.
Game day just got a whole lot better at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Wear your hog gear and enjoy half-price apps and cheap taps during every Arkansas game. Plus other drink specials that will keep the party going. Whether you're gearing up for kickoff or celebrating the win, Joe's is your go-to place for great food, cold drinks, and hog pride. Joe's Grill and Cantina. Half-price apps and cheap taps on game days during every Arkansas game. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America. The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the toughest there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally climbed the hill. It's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
Coach Keats throws, batted up and picked off, intercepted, and the Chargers win the ball game.
That was a gross Monday Night Football game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers. What, 4 turnovers for the Eagles in that one?
I was tuned into the Monsters Inc. stream, a little more entertaining.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hurts threw 4 interceptions. I guess he had that fumble too.
Oh, that was awful.
Former Alabama and Oklahoma quarterback had one of his worst outings in an NFL uniform, and the Philadelphia Eagles lose to the Jim Harbaugh-led Los Angeles Chargers 22-19 in overtime last night.
Well, and you know, when you look at some of these games and where we're coming down to, what do you think about the playoff hunt right now, the wild card chase? I don't know if people are out around here, but I hear less conversation, and I think it's because of where the Chiefs and the Cowboys are. I hear a lot more about people this last week or two with their fantasy teams and where they're going to end up and going into their playoffs than I do about NFL playoffs. And I think it's just a reflection of where the Chiefs and Cowboys are right now.
Yeah, Kansas City, I think, has a 14% chance to make the playoffs after losing Sunday night to the Houston Texans. You mentioned
Cowboys have an exact 0% chance, I think, at this point.
I don't know where this is at percentage-wise. I will say I'm very disappointed in my fantasy team. Had a chance to go to the playoffs. All I had to do was win this weekend and lost. Just a pitiable performance from the Thunder Ducks. Luckily, though, I don't have to sleep outside for our punishment this upcoming fantasy season.
You didn't finish last.
Nope, I'm right in the cuck zone.
That's
it's
the
not in the playoffs and not dead last. So right in the middle of the 4 teams that no one cares about, that didn't really contribute anything at all.
So
this
you're
season.
playing on Tuesday night at the SEC tournament.
I'm playing. Yeah, correct. That's
Yes,
a great way to put it. Yeah, exactly.
You do not have one of the 8 byes in the tournament. You're playing. You're playing in the meaningless Tuesday night games. You're in, but you're playing Tuesday night in Nashville.
There's a guy in our league who statistically has put up the worst team in league history. The league's been around for over a decade, and he lost 2 years ago, and he's probably going to lose again. He is going to have to sleep outside on the beach for 3 straight days if he ends up losing these next 2 weeks. That's the punishment this year, is sleeping outside. Which, all in all, there's been a lot worse fantasy punishments, but I don't think he's looking forward to that, and I would not be either. All right, so that's Monday Night Football. We mentioned Diego Pavia, one of the 4 finalists for the Heisman Trophy. You got Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame, Fernando Mendoza, who's the heavy favorite right now for Indiana, and Julian Sayin, the Ohio State quarterback. Funny enough, another Ohio State quarterback won it on this day 19 years ago.
The 2006 Heisman Trophy is awarded to Troy Smith of the Ohio State University.
Colin, you were telling me during the break you watched this again. The only one that Troy did not dap up during the trophy presentation was who?
Well, he didn't say anything to D-Mac, and D-Mac didn't appear as if he was displeased by that at all. But he turns straight to his right. He gives he daps up Brady Quinn, and then he goes to see his family. So you can understand in the confusion before he's ushered up onto the stage to give his speech. But he left out my boy D-Mac, who probably deserved to win the award.
Yeah, and then lost next year to TiVo. John at Mountain Home, Tommy, is calling this the worst finalist group of all time for the Heisman Trophy. I like the Pavia story with Vanderbilt not being good for decades upon decades. I like that Fernando Mendoza has come out of nowhere and pioneered Indiana to an undefeated season thus far. I mean, Jeremiah Love, we saw him firsthand. He's a really talented running back. Sayin's just there by brand name alone. But I think 3 of the 4 are valid. I think this is a good list. I like the storyline.
I like the underdog element. I certainly do that. And I think you're going to see less star power. I just wonder with the parity in college sports and the way we've spread the talent out because of the portal, how many household superstar names are we going to get in a given year anymore? I mean, who's the superstar name in college football this year?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, exactly. So, I mean, there is, you mentioned Tebow a minute ago from 20 years. There just isn't those type of superstars anymore.
Mm-hmm. And the Heisman is a popularity contest. So you take the teams that are going to be, in the big dance at the end of the year, and you take their best player, the one that everybody talks about. So that's those 4 guys. You couldn't pick anybody else that could replace him, could you?
Mm-mm. You haven't had a.
We got shafted here. Yeah.
I don't think so. I was looking at the previous winners. You haven't had a Heisman Trophy and national championship winner since Devontae Smith back in 2020, when you had him, Najee Harris, and Mac Jones, all as Alabama finalists up there in New York, which was wild. But for a while, there was a Heisman Trophy curse where the guy would win the Heisman and then go on to have either bad national championship or bad playoff. I don't know.
A lot of those guys did not go on to have great NFL careers.
Mm-hmm. The majority.
Yeah, I mean, that'd probably be a
when you
way
look
to
like
describe
Devontae Smith's a really good player. I know Travis Hunter hadn't had a great rookie season. Daniels, great rookie season, injured in his sophomore year. Caleb Williams has been a lot better. Bryce Young's taken some time. Devontae is a stud.
It's kind of changed recently, but for years, the Heisman Trophy was somewhat the kiss of death for the NFL.
Yeah, NFL, and it seemed like the national championship. So see who ends up. I think Mendoza is pretty much a lock to win that award. Maybe I'm proven wrong, but I think he's going to end up taking the thing home. Darius Acuff named SEC Freshman of the Week. I know John Calipari really high on what he was able to do last week. Big matchup this Saturday against Texas Tech. We'll see if Arkansas can get to 2-2 in the big non-cons this season before you go to New Jersey. We had a texter earlier, I think from Green Forest. I think it was Jordan. Yeah, he's going with his family to that game in Houston. I know you went to New York last year. Have you talked to anyone that's making that trip?
No, I don't know anyone going.
I don't either. Outside of Jordan.
No, I take that. No, they're going to the Texas Tech game.
Okay.
So no.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Going where? To New Jersey?
Yeah, to New Jersey.
Dr. Charlie's going. He was telling me yesterday on half day.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, because I know 20+ people that are going to Dallas this weekend or that live in Dallas, but I haven't heard outside of Dr. Charlie.
Well, I think a lot of people did it last year because it was Madison Square Garden.
And you
it's
said
not Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
This is probably a better matchup, though. far as the team you're playing.
Yeah, you dog
Played
walked
Houston.
Michigan. Yeah.
Well, I
Houston.
mean, but I'm just saying, you played Duke and you were close at the end, didn't win, obviously. This might be a better team than Duke you're going up against.
I know Arkansas is, 16 or 17 AP poll. I haven't seen.
Last I looked, Houston
is.
was 4th.
Okay.
They were right behind Duke. I mean, but Houston's really good now.
They're
I hadn't
replacing
looked at it for
defense.
this week.
They're
but
7.
7?
They're 7, but still top 10. So it's going to be and depending on where you are, I mean, you could sneak into the top 10 if you win this weekend against the Red Raiders and some things shake up and happen before.
You're going to have not that it matters, but you're right, but beating Texas Tech and then beating Queens is not probably going to be enough to move you up.
And is the James
spot.
Madison game the final game before conference
Yes.
play in my head?
So you
Okay.
play Texas Tech, then Queens, and then you play Houston, and then you play James Madison, and then Tennessee.
Okay. Last thing here in your SEC update, Kendall Briles has been named the offensive coordinator for the South Carolina Gamecocks and Shane Beamer. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Beamer's probably on his last leg in Columbia, and we'll see if Kendall Briles and that offense can get game. I guess Sellers is gone after this year, so I don't know who their quarterback's going to be.
They love former Arkansas assistants because
Oh,
they also got Jimmy Smith, the former running backs coach, as well.
Okay.
Came from
So
TCU
Dowell,
also.
Jimmy Smith, and now Kendall Briles. Okay.
I have an original thought, Shane.
I forgot you hate him. So we'll see how that goes. And
Who was there's also wide receiver coach
Step.
Step. Yeah, Justin Step was out there for a little bit. Trey Knox went with him at one point. Rocket Sanders went out there as well. So you're kind of got an Arkansas pipeline to Columbia, South Carolina.
All right, that's the SEC update. It is brought to you by the Fence Man, 782-3936, Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, Eastern Oklahoma. If you can hear us, they'll come build a quality fence for you. Wood, vinyl, aluminum fencing for home or business, privacy fencing, commercial fencing, industrial fencing, and, of course, their specialty is powered automatic gates, whether you need something ornate and custom design with maybe a logo or a razorback or a fish or something like that you want in it, or you need something that's got razor wire at the top and is meeting all the security specs that's required for your compound. They can do that for industrial sites as well. 782-3936, controlled access. They do that too for walk-through gates, powered automatic gates, and more. 782-3936, or see more about their work online, thefencemanAR.com.
Eddie in Amity points out something. What happened to Merry Christmas? That's my apologies.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, Tommy and Colton. I apologize for not following through on one of the things that was agreed upon for losing
And the rule is
Talk of
that
the Town.
you have to stop the rest of the show, so you can see you later.
Just adios. We mentioned the SEC update. Have you downloaded the new iOS update yet? The newest one?
I have.
I'm on the 1970, whatever it is. There was that option to go to like 25 or
hold
20.
off.
I didn't do that.
Hold off.
Yes,
Holding
hold
it.
off because I've been missing notifications.
Yeah,
stuff's just been going into nowhere. I don't get messages. I don't get anything.
For those
Ridiculous.
that have not downloaded it yet,
don't
do it. I just downloaded.
I'm on iOS version 18.7.1.
That's what I was, I believe, this morning. And then I saw the notification pop up, and I did what every peer pressure moron
something?
does and just clicked OK and downloaded it. And since then, I've regretted it. So if you have an Apple iPhone and you are in the midst of deciding whether you want to download the new iOS update or not,
But which is it? Update for what? Because there was one that they were offering that was like iOS 26.
That's what I'm
it was
on.
Several,
I'm on 26.
Several steps ahead.
I'm light years ahead. I'm streets ahead of you guys.
And we are.
You like it?
No, that's what I'm saying.
stayed.
Me and Colton are in the.
Okay. And there's no way to back up, right?
No,
there's no way to
you're-
undo it.
Once you've committed, you're there.
You're there.
in there, and,
And I
you
did.
can't- you can't
It's
go back.
too. What I figured out as I've grown older, I like things simple. When they try, what do we use here around the radio station? Adobe Audition 1.5, and it's like to 20. It's like to 20 something nowadays. And so why I decided,
But it works for us.
Yeah, why I decided to do this is beyond me. It was a dumb decision. I'm just cautioning and I'm urging every one of our listeners: don't, if you have an iPhone, don't move forward with the new update. You will find yourself in the same situation I'm in, frustrated and not feeling as cheery as I usually am. Humbug! This time of year, don't do it.
All right. That's, thank you for the warning before I did the update.
Yeah, don't do it on that end.
Hey, Gaston's White River Resort. Perfect holiday gift is a Gaston's gift card. And right now you can get the most for it if you use it during the winter rates. 40% off lodging right now with winter rates. But Gaston's gift cards, if you're wondering what to get someone for the perfect holiday gift, and we always give one away at our Christmas party, a trip to Gaston's. Would you say that's the most coveted item at our party?
Yeah, it's
most frequently stolen.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's stolen a
It's
lot.
most coveted because people love their trips to Gaston. If you're looking for something for your holiday party, or maybe for someone that loves to fish the White River, but you don't know what to get them, call and get a Gaston's gift card. You can get it in any amount. It can be used in the restaurant, the gift shop, or for fishing trips, lodging, and all of it. And like I said, if you use it during these winter months, you can get up to 40% off the winter rates. So your dollar goes even further right now. But if you're thinking about, what do I get? Oh, Uncle Bob. What do I get this guy, that guy on my list? Gaston's, 870-431-5202. Call and talk to the crew up there. They'll get that gift card on its way to you and have it in time for the holidays. And don't forget, winter rates, as we've mentioned, in effect now, 870-431-5202. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
Text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, home of the Lewis Guarantee.
We're going to have to take some licking and keep on ticking.
This is the Morning Rush.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey drivers, got a reefer on the fritz or a trailer that needs some TLC? Roll into High Tech Truck Refrigeration Service in Van Buren, your one-stop, full-service semi-truck and trailer repair facility, proudly serving you for over 30 years. At High Tech Truck, they do it all: DOTs, preventative maintenance, structural repairs, and expert reefer service. Fast, reliable, and driver approved. Call High Tech Truck today at 479-474-2220. Keep your wheels and your freight moving. High Tech Truck, proud sponsors of Arkansas football.
The Powerball jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $500 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I would buy a mansion, buy my dream car.
I've always wanted to go to Dublin, sit in a pub, and just kind of see what life's like.
I'm probably going to pass out.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Powerball jackpot of more than $500 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
It's the season for shopping the store that honors Christ all year long. It's the season for shopping the Solid Rock. Lots of gift ideas, including home decor, greeting cards, books, women's boutique items, and of course, Bibles. And while you're there, make your gift extra special with custom laser engraving, pins, cutting boards, wallets, Bibles, and more. Lots of selections to choose from, or ask about custom orders. The Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th in Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, family owned and serving the River Valley for over 48 years.
This Christmas, make your budget go further at Golden Gem Pawn, 310 West Center Street in Greenwood. From sparkling jewelry to tools, guitars, and unique one-of-a-kind gifts, you'll find something for everyone on your list without breaking the bank. Looking for extra holiday cash? Bring in your gold, guns, or gear and let the friendly team at Golden Gem Pawn help you out fast. Shop smart, save big, and celebrate local this season at Golden Gem Pawn, 310 West Center Street in Greenwood. Golden Gem Pawn, where Christmas shines brighter.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about. A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game.
ESPN 95.3.
Anybody interested in grabbing a couple of burgers?
Those are good burgers, brother.
Archer Burger, my God.
This is CJ's Trivia Tuesday, presented by CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers in Fayetteville and Russellville.
I got the shakes that'll make you quit. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes. I got the burgers that'll... Just the burgers.
When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best.
I hate to tell everybody, when our season ends, I don't watch the last game that we play. Never. And I had to this year because we're going to play them again. And now I'm even more mad that we lost that game after watching it. How? Every time I stop the tape, how the heck did we lose this? And all of a sudden they make a couple plays and we don't, and you lose. But you know, it's kids are doing great. They're really, they're doing some good stuff, and we got to have some great preparation this week.
Colton, you mentioned watching the Heisman Trophy. What?
Merry Christmas to you too.
Oh yeah, I keep doing. I apologize. I'm not following through.
I'm paying off on a
Tommy and Colton. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's resume. So you mentioned watching the Heisman Trophy presentation in 2006, where Troy Smith ousted Darren McFadden. I made the mistake this morning of rewatching the Sweet 16 matchup between Texas Tech and Arkansas because of what Cal said, mentioning that he had to go back and watch the film, and something he usually doesn't do, but the fact that you're going up against not just Texas Tech, the Sweet 16 team, you go up against every one of them and the Elite Eights, which is just, it's wild to me how that's set up. Here is your CJ's Trivia Tuesday question this morning. What is the name of the arena that Arkansas lost to Texas Tech in San Francisco? 877-377-6963. Got to call in to get this one right. It's where the Golden State Warriors and Moses plays.
This has changed its name a couple
times. Yes, it has.
Recently.
So you might.
I may not have it right then. I know.
You might have the old one, which is kind of a twist on this. I still remember John Tyson. I think John Randall were sitting like directly behind us and decked out in Tyson gear head to toe. Everyone was all smiles before the game. For about 35 minutes of that game, everyone was all smiles. And then, of course, at the tail end, Texas Tech came back. Give credit to Castle and those guys. I mean, they battled. They just fought, honestly, a taller Arkansas team, but they weren't able to do it. Again, what is the arena that Arkansas lost to Texas Tech in the Sweet 16 last season? 877-377-6963. Do you think... Did I make this too hard? I try and go back and forth. Like sometimes they're easy,
it's
sometimes they're
Googleable.
difficult.
You can look it up if you want to know.
Yes.
It's not that hard.
Has anyone answered? No, BE. It is not the Staples Center. That is incorrect.
I think I know, but I don't want to say it.
You don't want to say it and
ruin it.
and
I
be
may
right.
be dead wrong. I know. I got one of the names it used to be.
It's. I'll again, since no one's called in yet, I'll go ahead and give another hint. It's not Oracle Arena.
Oh, well, I was going to say Alltel Arena.
Okay, it's not Alltel.
It's not Alltel. Okay.
Spencer and Daniel are both correct. We need someone to call in and tell us the answer. Nate in Bentonville is correct. Scott's wrong. It wasn't in Bud Walton this last year. It'd be nice if you played a home game at Bud Walton.
Tyler on YouTube, you're right too. Call it in 877-377-6963.
Daniel said the lines are off. Did you cut them off?
No.
All right, we might have to give it to someone that answered it correctly via text. If someone doesn't, yeah, we got someone. Is it working, Colton?
It's telling me device not registered, so it is on our end. So we'll get the first texter.
Okay, the first texter, let's see. The first texter.
Candlestick Park.
Yeah. The correct answer is...
The line is busy.
The Chase
We've got so many calls, it's broken the phone.
It broke it.
It broke the phone.
Daniel in Uniontown, you are correct. It is the Chase Center. That is the correct answer to our CJ's Trivia Tuesday question. I'm excited for our Christmas party. Keith's hooking us up with some CJ's Butcher Boy Burger seasoning. I know that you still got a chance to vote for Keith and his team. Best of Northwest Arkansas going on right now. Best burgers, Best fries, best cheap eats. You can do it once a day on multiple different devices as well. Help Keith and his team put another plaque up there on the wall at CJ's Butcher Boy Burgers. When all you do are burgers, they have to be the best. You played the Chase Center twice in 3 years.
Well, it was Oracle the first time.
Mm-hmm. So that's the setup. All right, that's going to do it.
We can't get one bank, one nobody to sponsor us.
That's
in our
gonna,
football state.
That's going to do it for us here on the Morning Rush. Halftime, Phil Elson, Matt Jones coming up next.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Robert, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.